Well, good evening and welcome back to Rangers Radio. Livingston 0, Rangers 3 and a wet Livingston pitch. Joining myself opposite back in the show is Albert. Comfortable win at the end, mate.
Okay, aye. That's the way I like to see it, mate. That's the way I like to see a game out. You can come out and sit on this couch instead of hiding behind it.
And congratulations to young boy getting on, 16
aye.
years old.
We're just talking about that before the show. There's every chance you're going to get on, injuries, whatever, or as you say, comfortable. You're comfortable in the game, they bring you on, and that's exactly what happened.
Aye, fair play to the boy. Good on him. He looked no bad when he came on, what he done, it's hard to judge, but fair play to him and congratulations. Right, we started the game okay. We huffed and puffed with a lot of possession. We had them pinned back. They were working hard. They didn't really create anything. We had some good play, some good movement, particularly in the midfield, without creating a lot, Albert, yeah?
Aye, it's the way, innit? Sorry, man.
Aye, so then we get to the goal, which was chopped off. Good play by Alfie. First time he got involved and he puts it across into the box, and Sakala's a good yard offside. We talked about that before the show. The good, the bad and ugly about fashion, yeah. He's raw and he was yards offside, mate, so he puts it in, no complaints, but good move, but he's got to learn. It's particularly now with VAR in the game, Albert, you've got to be onside rather than try to steal offside, if that makes sense, yeah?
Aye, this try to steal a wee half yard, the days are gone now with this VAR. You can't get away with it. There's just no way you're going to get away with it.
So then we get the penalty kick. I don't think they've been up the park. The ball comes into the boy, and the boy actually clears it. Morelos isn't getting it, but he's jumping the challenge, and the boy's got Hoddy's jersey. Penalty kick all day long, Albert.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
But why does it take so long? Why does it take so long with VAR to tell the referee to go and check that, mate?
Depends who's in it, innit?
Aye, well, that's the frustrations of VAR. So we get the penalty. Tavernier scores a penalty. Then we go to sleep a wee bit. Cantwell gives away a cheap foul out in the touchline. They put the ball in, and the boy who gave away the penalty should have scored. He completely missed it. Cantwell left him, mate. Don't know if you notice that when you watch it back, you might see him. He's caught ball watching. His man runs away with him and should have scored. Then he comes into the game and we should have another penalty kick unless it's offside. But they didn't show you that when the ball gets played to Kent, mate. He gets bundled to the box. A penalty all day long, Albert.
Aye, definitely, mate. Definitely. Totally agree with you.
But they never showed us whether it was offside. I don't know. So, we're left in limbo to find out what happened. Now, what makes me think it was offside, because they got a free kick and the goal and put it up at park, but we never got to see that for that angle. But that's Scottish football. So we're going 1-0 at half time. And we started the second half very well, mate, yeah?
Yeah. Well in control.
The midfield three playing the ball nicely. The front three, a lot of endeavour, little quality today.
That's been a story all season for me, mate. They are our first choice, as you said at the beginning of the show, or the afternoon show. They are our first choice forward line at the moment, but the quality's not there. I don't know. It just isn't. Sakala we know about, but it's Kent and Morelos for me. The quality's not there. They're good players, but they're not deadly. You know what I'm saying? They're not that lethal way. You sniff a goal, they'll take it. They're not the types of players.
I thought Morelos done some good things at times and then gave the ball away cheaply. Apart from the cross he put in when Sakala scored, I can't remember him actually touching the ball in their box.
He's always, I mean, a lot of players like him doing that, coming out the box, coming away for the centre halves and bringing people into play. But to me, it doesn't work. I don't know what we're wasting my time with it for. It doesn't work. Anyway, sorry, mate, interrupt you.
So we were huffing and puffing, mate. We should have maybe made better the situations we had, and then we makes a substitution. Roof's first touch, mate. He gets played in and he puts it by the post, and then we break away. Roof gets brought down outside the box. Foul all day long, but I've got to be honest with you, mate. It was never a second booking, in my opinion. It was just a foul.
Yeah, it was just a foul. I agree, mate. So I was going to say, I'll not say it, but anyway, I agree with you.
So then Tavernier steps up. Can't argue with that finish, can you?
Oh, what a goal. What a goal. I've been greeting about him taking all the free kicks, taking all the corners, blah, blah, blah. And then he does that. Oh, what a goal, man. It was an absolute stunner. I mean, some of the best players in the world, even any of the best players in the world would give you a mortgage to actually put that ball in like that. It was an absolute cracker, mate. An absolute cracker. But that's what he is, isn't it? Tab's like that. He's. I'm not saying he's hot and cold. He shoots all the time, and he has scored good goals. No, I mean it's not that it's really unusual to score a goal like that. He scored a few in his Rangers career like that. But it was a beauty. It was an absolute beauty. Right goal, right time as well.
Aye, and then that was the game done. If I've been honest with you. That was the game done as a contest, yeah.
And, well, you would hope so.
Yeah, the game was, I don't know who's doing the right. So the game was done as a contest, and then he gets a third goal. Bonner, good cross in, about 3 chances to put it in, and Roof does what Roof does.
Told you about that boy. It's important we get him and Kucholak fit and ready, firing. Honestly, and he just proves it. I mean, you see that was the one he's on, the first one he got. That was a corner kick. That keeper saved that.
Aye, it was a corner kick, yeah.
Right, and then he gets that one, he bangs a goal. I mean, that's his 2 chances. One he gets a corner and 2 the other one he scores. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable, boy.
And I mean, there was some in the commentary. It was mentioned about should the bar get involved with all the decisions to say it wasn't a second booking. But mate, the game's going to take about 3 hours if we're going to do that, mate, innit? It's the speedy is one of the big I mean, I'm not going to say they should get involved with these decisions, but it's the speed of the decisions they do get involved with. Christ's sake, man, I don't know what they're looking at. I really honestly don't know why he's taking so long. You're like, is he honestly there's the offside? Is it a penalty? Is it no penalty? Oh, we'll look at it for this angle, that angle, and every angle. You're getting it fair enough, but it doesn't take you 10 minutes, 5 minutes. In fact, I think a minute and a half to 2 minutes is more than enough to look at some of these things. I don't know where they get this 3 and 4 and 5 minutes to analyse it backside forwards. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. Right, but again, this might be a ploy to get rid of VAR. No, I mean, because I think Scotland wants rid of VAR because one club wants rid of it, so they're going to influence it. And now the officials, I don't think some of the officials want it either. So mess about with it. So we all start moaning about it. Well, we'll see how it pans out. But anyway, a nice, comfortable 3-0 win at the end, and some good, some bad. Man of the match for me, I thought that young Raskin for most of the game was my best player. Cantwell grew into the game second half. I didn't think he was great first half. I thought we're best in our forward 6 players. I thought the midfield were far better than our front 3, and I thought over the piece, our front 3 weren't great at times today, and in their decision making and being clinical, if I'm being honest, and that concerns me, mate.
Yeah, it's Raskin all day long for me, what I've seen. But a few technical problems, but I've seen enough to. He's a player, the boy is an absolute player. He'll do for me. He will do for me, that wee boy. I'm telling you. Tore in, great, no phase, takes a kick when he has to take a kick, dishes a kick out when he has to dish it out, wins the ball, passes the ball, vision. Excellent, full of confidence, reads the game really, really well, and he can see a pass and he can play it. Definitely, the real deal, that wee boy, the real deal.
Right, so we'll put it out there, we'll open the phone lines, talk about the day's game, talk about the players, and can we go with that front 3 next week, in your opinion? I think it's the best we've got in the moment, but no that performance all bit.
No for me, mate, no for me. If Cholak or more importantly, Roof are fit, they must play party. I would probably start that forward line, but I don't see them finishing the game. I definitely don't see them finishing it. They're not lethal enough for me, mate. Now we've got players who can pick passes. If you're not going to make the right forward run and move yourself into the right position to receive the pass, well, we're going to have more of the same. But Cholak and Roof move into the right positions. Now you've got Cantwell, Raskin, Till, Lawrence, players, Lowry, players that will find you. They will find you. But you've got to have the nouns to move into the right position to get the ball. I don't think Kent and Morelos have got it. They're good enough players, but they've not got that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, mate.
All right, no, not at all, mate. We'll get the phone lines open. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Albert, just an up there on the South Side Super 6, mate, yeah?
Yeah.
4 out of 6.
Oh!
He had another bet that he texted me as well, and I done it to support him because I'm right behind him. Nothing, none, nil out of 6.
Oh, yeah, let's see, sell down with that. He's just left the man. Go to 4 out of 6, mate. That's me a lot, mate. Who let him down? Who's the two teams that let him down?
Sunderland, which you had in both lines. And who was the other one? I think it was Bristol, I think. I'll just check. Because once I seen one, Drew.
That Nottingham Forest, Man City. If you had Man City, that'd blow your mind one each.
Well. We've been joined by old Davey, I think. Not yet. He'll be with us in a second. The Wacko Kid. Tillman and Cantwell. New signings have come in. Tillman and Cantwell. Raskin and Cantwell. They've not been 10 out of 10, but they've shown enough. They show they can play. Well,
it's all right, carry on, I'm listening.
I know, but we're listening to you and we don't want to be. Right, but you had either the show or your telly, you turned off, aye?
Oh, aye.
We've been joined by the Wacko Kid, old Davey.
Oh, how you doing, Wacko?
How you doing, old bear?
I'm good, pal.
I'm fine. I was listening to what you were starting off with there, saying about the starting with that free. There's no way you can start with that free. If you start with, I'm not being hypercritical because that's a hard place to go to, and they're a hard team to break down. But to me, this is my opinion, you cannot start against Celtic with Morelos.
Well, Morelos is a certainty to start next week, mate.
Well, when you see what Kolak came on and Roof, no for me.
To be fair, Kolak came on, the game was done, wasn't it?
I still looked a lot more lively than what Alfie did.
Albert.
I agree with him. It's an application of hunger and desire. We Alfie looks at his tread and water at the moment. He's just going through the motions. He's doing enough to get by. He's good at what he does when he does it, but he's not a threat. He's never going to get in behind defenders if any long balls or through balls. That's a big minus in his game. It really is. He battles away. There's no many will beat him in a physical battle. But he's no go with Cholak's got, and he's no go with Roof's got. And they've got the things that bring big money into clubs. They've got the finishing, the instinct, the ability, the technique. They've got all that in abundance, the two of them. Alfie.
Scoring goals,
mate. That's it. Scoring goals, mate. That's the one thing you want your centre forward to do: score goals.
I think the reason the two of them will only start next week is they're on their way back, and I don't think they're fit to start. If I'm honest, David. You know.
I would say maybe Kolak, but Ruth looks. I've seen he came on against. Who was it we played last time?
Partick Thistle.
He came on and he looked decent. He looked fit anyway.
Were you at the Glue last Sunday?
Sorry?
Were you at the Glue last Sunday?
You might try it, it's good.
He looked fit last Sunday, mate. He looked as if he was towing a caravan.
Aye. He only came on that late on the game. He came
on at half time, David.
Well, that's late on the game for me.
suppose it was a 4 o'clock kickoff, so it was past your bedtime.
No.
Listen, I think Morelos will start. I get your point. I think if they two are 100% fit and playing week in, week out, yeah, they'll definitely be valuable members of the squad next week.
Yes.
I don't think they start.
But do you think Morelos is looking fit?
I think Morelos just looks like Morelos looks like, mate. Yeah.
No, he's no anywhere near what he was. Not anywhere close to what he was.
He's just doing the same way as Alfie always does, mate. You know.
He had one shot that ended up in Princess Street in Edinburgh.
It wasn't great today, but he made our first opportunity to score when Fashion he got chopped off, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not popping at the guy. I'm just saying that at the moment, I think we've got a better player there to bring in to start with. And weekend, he's off a pile.
I think their two trouble is all there that the fitness isn't up to scratch yet.
I agree with you. Davy's right, but they are a better player. But you're right as well, because there is no chance that any of the two of them are going to start next week. No chance in hell. Because of that reason. If it was, Davy, if it was down to if they three were fit, I'm with you. I don't think Morelos should start. But he will start because, as Ox is just pointing out, the other two are no 100% match fit, which is a pity, which is a big pity, because we're going to need day two. We really are going to need day two. Anyway, onward and upwards, as I say, it is what it is. It's Kent as well I'm concerned about as well.
I don't think Kent ever had a good game on that pitch, mate, and I don't think he's ever.
It's not a pitch for a player like him, and you can't run with the ball. It's sticky. I know it wasn't sticky there because of the rain, but it's no conducive to wing play. It's no conducive for dribbling. No, I mean it's a sort of pass and hit the ball through if people running on it. It's not. I mean, it's no sort of you run with the ball. It's no that type of pitch, and that's his game. No, I mean, on the ball, jinking, cutting back, beating players. That's his whole game. But to be fair to Ken, he likes play. He looks like he likes to play with Cantwell, and he'll definitely settle in playing with Raskin. But if he doesn't make the right runs, mate, he's going to be worse than useless if he doesn't start making these runs. And I'm talking about the runs that they can put him through right on into the goalkeeper. And you know it's a 1-on-1 and a goalkeeper, which I don't think he's brilliant at either.
Oh, he should have scored the day,
he definitely should have scored the day, mate. I mean, honestly, many times we've seen him in that situation, and he can't do it. He does it. I think he's done it once up at Aberdeen, the 55 season, but I don't think I remember him doing it again after that.
No, so he should have scored the day again, not the old Davy.
Yeah, I'll ask you a wee question here, guys. Do you think Kamara's fitted into that system the other day? I don't think so.
I thought the midfield was one. I thought the two centre halves. I thought Ben Davies in particular strolled the game. I didn't think the two fullbacks were great, and I thought our three midfielders were competent without being outstanding, with Raskin being the best of them. Cantwell had a better centre half. I thought in the first half, Kamara was getting the ball, going forward, and looking a bit livelier than he did last week, mate. I thought he was fine. Pass marks, Kamara. Yeah. You know, I mean, you know.
Sorry.
I mean, Tav scored 2 goals and people will give him man of the match, but I actually thought Tav's performance out with the 2 goals was poor, Albert.
Aye. To me, I mean, I know Tav scored the goal, and the goal with 2 goals, but the second one was an absolute beauty. I mean, I'm not taking away from the boy. That was some goal. That really was. But I don't want my fullbacks to be top goal scorers. I keep trying to tell you this. I want my forwards to score their goals. I want my midfield to score their goals. And if they can't score them, it's a sad indictment on the players if Tav ends up one of the top goal scorers, maybe the second or third top goal scorer in my team. I don't want that. That's not a good sign, mate. He's an add-on. He's a wee bit extra if he scores goals. He's not the main event. The main event's supposed to be your forwards and your midfield players. Now, that's what I want. But if Tav keeps putting goals like that, and I'm not going to complain, mate, because that second one was special. It really was.
The second goal was an absolute superb free kick at any level, Davey, yeah?
Oh, it was you say that anyway. But what I must say is that's an outstanding result on a bum park and a terrible football playing conditions, guys. So there's never to be a rosy there about that game. It was a bit of dire at the beginning, trying to break them down. But if you look at the conditions and the way they play, I thought that was a great result.
Aye, I agree with you, mate.
Aye. And history was made today. Do you know what the history was?
No, I don't do trivia.
Oh, he's better, yeah? Come on, David.
I do, but I'm not good at it.
Young Bailey Rice was my youngest ever player to play.
Oh, yeah.
Was he? Aye.
Yeah, 16 years and 37 days. Derek Ferguson was younger when he played, but in the League Cup. Yeah. He beats Tom Walsh, who was about 2 weeks older when he played, yeah. The rest, let me see, it's all cup ties, but actually top league, you have to go way back to who's played in the league. It was actually Billy Mackay. There you go. And then before that, Willie Thornton. So congratulations to the young boy. At the moment, a bit of history. And he should be proud. Proud of himself and his family should be proud Alberta.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. That's the boy in the history books already, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's excellent. And it shows you the faith that Bill has got in him. I mean, he must have something about him. Even over 3-0 up, he still put him on as Davey said, a horrible part, a stinking day where hammer thrower of a team. So it shows you the confidence he's got. I never seen much, and any has seen much of him, but he looks a big, elegant type player, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Aye, another thing, and he looks a decent size. He's only 16. He looks he's got a bit of physical build about him, if that makes sense, Davey.
Well, anybody that pulls that jersey on, he'll look back on that when he grows up and gets a family and grandkids, and people turn and say, by the way, I played for the great Glasgow Rangers. That's something else. That's an honour, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Aye, fair play. Congratulations. Right, 3-0. We'd all took that before. The ball was kicked all better.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. If anybody says to any of us, you want a 3-0, I give it now, shake your running down the road. Definitely, mate. Because that is a hard place to go. And the pitch is a huge advantage to them. It really is. I think it's that much advantage that it shouldn't be allowed just for that reason. Just for that reason alone. You don't mind people getting wee edges in their home advantage. That's fine. That's all part of football. But that's no a wee edge. That's a huge, huge advantage. And I think it should be outlawed anyway because it's a stinking surface to play on for the rest of for a spectacle. It's just not on. It's just certainly not on. But anyway, they'll not change it in Scotland because it's the dark ages up here and they won't change anything that's progressive.
What do you think it's worth to them, Albert? Is it worth 10 points a season?
Well, it's worth more now because they're sitting in 4th place, mate. It's worth a European. Aye. But they might end up in 4th, and that's a European place. So you're talking it's worth millions to them, millions. If they manage to do it, you have to do it. But it's definitely put it this way: them in the top of the championship and the 3rd and 4th in the championship, they've got a budget maybe 2 million, two and a bit million more than they put with them because they're in the Premiership on a regular basis. Then that's a lot of money down at that end of the league. No, I mean that is a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking if it was.
And that's down to the park, mate. That's strictly down to the park. Sorry, mate. I'm just.
10 points a season takes them near the bottom, But I don't think they should. I've made my mind up by it all day. I don't think you should be in the top 2 leagues. I understand it below that. The top 2 leagues in Scotland, they shouldn't have them.
No, you're spot on. But how many times have we covered this? And
every time we play on it. every time we play.
Aye, exactly. But I mean, at that level, it just shouldn't exist. But basically, I think the way their system is, the finances, it's ideal for them. Same with Kilmarnock. It just encourages them to play in a part like that. But I mean, you wouldn't get it anywhere else, as you said. You were spot on.
Well, you've had them in England, didn't you? QPR and Luton and that. I've had them back in the day in other teams that I can't quite think. And I think Dunfermline had one back in the day as well. But no, it's not conducive to a good spectacle. And I personally, top 2 leagues in Scotland, unless we change the league setup, shouldn't be allowed, in my opinion.
Have you ever heard a professional football player saying he likes playing in them? I've never heard one, ever.
No,
so it's down to the see the players' union mob. It's down to them as well to come out and say this has to stop. The membership don't like playing on them. I know it's finances, the financial side of it, because they can use it as a play park during the week is okay. But as far as I'm concerned, why don't they just open a play park then and just go on with it that way, or open a nursery or whatever they're using a park to today? If it's bringing that so much revenue in, it's hopeless, mate. But it's Scottish football, isn't it? Let's be honest, it's Scottish football. It's got nothing to do with anything but the three stooges that's running it: Larry, Curly, and Mo, Doncaster, Maxwell, and McClelland. What's him? McClelland, was it? What was the name of that?
So.
Aye.
I think you missed out one name there.
Oh, you did. Nicola Sturgeon.
No, Lowell. Anyway, that's another.
Oh, aye, well, he's a part controller, isn't
he? You behave yourself, because you've been known to say things. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, go back to the game. Good victory. Good victory. The Michael Beale bandwagon rolls on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make stats mean anything you like, David. But he is one most successful manager at the start, mate. He started with the best record of all Rangers managers.
Well, I mean, records aside, you can see the way they're playing football. It's totally different. So that tells you everything in the way he presents. Okay, the way he presents himself. They're all saying, "Oh, he's a pattern merchant." That you're a pattern merchant, but that doesn't mean you're not a bad manager. But he's spot on with everything he's doing, and it's coming to fruition. If we get that next week, big bit of silver, he'll be getting the plaudits big time, by the way, big time.
Well, was that 14 games, 13 wins, 1 draw, and if you put the friendly in, that's 15 games, 14 wins and 1 draw. You can't complain, can you?
No, you can't complain about that, mate. Come on, what's he going to do better than that, apart from the 14 victories or 15 victories? No, it's excellent, mate. It's absolutely excellent. And take my hat off to the guy. He deserves it, because he's getting tunes out of some of these players when we never thought we'd get a tune out of them again. So well done to him. Well done. And he's trying things, Ox. I like that. He's trying different things. He's trying players in different positions, and he's bringing the right calibre of player to the club. Because that Raskin and Canwell are a step up. They definitely are a step up. And that's what we've all been saying. We can't keep signing projects and rejects and frees and all this carry on. We need to start signing players that are going to make the first 11 better. And that's exactly what he's done.
Aye, we'll see what it takes us. I
thought the fans were brilliant today, Ox.
Oh, aye. Without a doubt, mate.
Fantastic, absolutely.
But if you look at that, Livingston have been sensible. They've maximised their revenue.
Yeah.
So there's us took about 15,000 fans there. They've basically made about £500,000 after Rangers support in 2 games. It's basically, I don't know, over 20% of their turnover. It's just, it makes sense.
It's a non-brainer. It's a non-brainer. That's, again, Scottish football. Nothing surprises me up here. I think they like wallowing in this stupidity, this absolute utter stupidity, and then greet about it and moan about it and say, "Oh, it's no good." It's obviously what we are saying. Other supporters of other clubs must be saying something similar for their club, but nobody seems to want to do anything about it. That's the crazy thing for me. That's the stupidity for me. Just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. as Davey said, they were talking about that park again. That's all we do is talk about these parks. And as you say, every time we play on them, how long is this going to go on like this? Probably forever in Scotland. It wouldn't be tolerated down south. It wouldn't be tolerated in any other league in the world.
Correct. Anyway, look, the game's finished. Can Michael Beale lead us to silverware, Albert, and then David?
100%, aye. 100%. He's got the measure of them. He's definitely got the measure of them.
Mm-hmm. Blacko?
Aye, well, it's hopefully well, it's just, I think we need a wee couple of assortments back in the back to the fullbacks are a wee bit, they're a bit dangerous.
We're not going to change anything in a week.
Sorry?
We play them next week. We're not going to change all that in a week.
No, I'm not meaning changing it, but I mean, that's where we could be a bit vulnerable,
Mm-hmm. Aye, it's all about, for me, like all these games now, it's all about attitude, yeah?
Oh,
and you need a bit of luck, Albert.
Of course you do, mate. Everybody needs a bit of luck. As we showed in the run to Seville, you get your bit of luck, anything can happen, mate. Anything can happen. And let's be honest about it. They are getting a hell of a lot of luck. They are getting a hell of a lot of luck regarding injuries and decisions going for and referees fear to give them decisions against them, blah, blah, blah. So they're carrying all sorts of luck. Let's hope we get a wee rub for a wee change.
I thought the referee was poor today, guys.
You thought he was what, Davey?
I thought he was pretty poor. He never gave Cantwell any protection, and they were kicking lumps at him.
Listen, I mean, obviously you got that the VAR decision right with the first one. I thought he was wrong in sending the Livingston boy off, even though it was a foul. I don't think it was a second booking. I thought in that pitch, mate, people lose their feet, and you go back to the same root cause in that game, mate. It's the pitch. It stops people tackling properly and everything, mate. And then they play up close against you because you can't turn the same. So actually, a good runner with a ball or somebody who swivels and turns, a good ball player like Cantwell, the cluggers, if you like, become closer to them because they just have to stand in front of you because you can't move the same. I don't think the referee done anything to influence the game apart from the sending off, mate. I would like to see the VAR decision for what they actually done to give the settled penalty to Kent for. Apart from that, I don't think the referee influenced the game. Albert?
Well, the VAR decision was because it was offside.
They never showed you that or explained it, that's what I mean.
That's VAR for you, isn't it, Oaks?
Mm-hmm. All they have to do is put up no penalty, offside. That's it, isn't it?
Oh, you mean use your brain, sensible stuff? Scotland, no, come on. Brains and sensible. There's no two things that we use, know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Here's a trivia. Obviously, there was a bit of blood and thunder at the East End of Glasgow today. How many bookings do you think in the game? Everybody getting wired in. There's a trivia question for you, Davey.
Front page news, Davey, that the scum slaughtered the sheep again. Know what I mean? Front page news. It doesn't happen that often.
How many bookings?
Many.
In the whole game?
It was a bloodbath.
Nothing. None.
Correct.
I just said that first.
You never get anything right on here.
Not for any side. No bookings for any side.
No.
Oh, Christ's sake. This is ridiculous, man, isn't it? It's shocking.
Willie Collin was the ref, Dave.
So that was a good. Well, you've got to hand it to them. You know what I mean? A nice wee training session before a cup final.
Aye. Good they arranged the Scottish League arranged that for them.
You know, but there you go. Yeah. Aberdeen. Cheat their support. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I'll let others make up their mind.
I told you the other day. Every season we start 12 points down because they get 12 points given to them every season. Every single season they get 12 points given to them. So we're minus 12 before we even start the season. with Aberdeen. It's ridiculous, mate. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I just laugh, by the way. And it's not that. The daft fans run about shouting, "Oh, we've won the league, and how hard was this? And how wonderful." Like, you're kind of, what was wonderful about it? You get 12 points in the league before anybody kicks a ball. Oh, dear. It's sad, mate. It really is laughable. It's just one of the ones you go, I would actually think there was a case to kick them out the league altogether. Not that Aberdeen mob. Honest to God.
Well, if the form keeps going, they might end up doing it themselves, but there you go. But we'll see what it takes us behind. No bookings. David,
one of the interesting things you need to find out is how many players have they got on loan to in clubs in our Premiership? Because they're going to be a rule coming in with that. That can't be wrong. They'll have that big idea at centre half. It's one of their players. He can't play today, so he's weakened. When we play them, they're full strength.
You think him no playing weakens you?
No, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. They're allowed to lend these players to all these Premierships, and then every game they play they're in, they play a weakened team. Again, it's not right, mate. It's just not right.
I don't think that should be allowed, mate. Yeah, if you loan somebody out, they should be able to play against everybody, and either that, you can't loan them out to people in your same league. Simple as that. Yeah.
That's more like it, mate. That is more like it. A bit of rule like that being brought in.
Maybe if they gave us a couple of years running the game, I'll be.
Aye, they might tidy it up again. No, I mean, it's like put Labour into Scotland and they'll need to sort the mess out and keep the SNP away for a while. So it's like that in Scotland. Put us in charge and we'll clean the game up again and put it in a forward-looking footing that we're actually getting progressive and getting somewhere. Like better TV deal maybe. You know what I mean?
Do you think we could manage both jobs?
Yeah?
Do you think we could do both jobs?
Aye, probably. Probably, mate. Probably. I was going to say we can get a better TV deal, but I think they've signed up for the next 100 years to them, haven't they? At $3 a week.
Well, we'll see what it takes. Right, go back to the game tonight. Great goal by James Tavernier. I thought, but funny enough, that there's two ball backs in play. I actually thought Bonner done better than Tav, if that makes sense, even though Tav got a double, Davy.
Aye, yeah, I agree with you there.
Albert, Ben Davis strolled it, mate. Absolutely strolled it.
He's a class player. I mean, a lot of people saying he's too short and blah, blah. He's a class player. Watch the way he reads the game. Watch his movement. Watch how unruffled he gets in tricky situations. It's all right being unruffled when you've got tons of space, but he's unruffled when he's in tight corners, and that's what I like about him. Unlike Barisic, who doesn't get who gets pretty ruffled, you know what I mean? So Ben Davis for me is a class player. I don't know what you think, but I think he's a class player.
He seems a very good reader of the game, Davey.
Oh, he's spot on. You just need to watch him the way. I mean, he covers for Barisic a lot of times, and you can see him talking away to him, and that's really important at that position. If you've got somebody like that, and Golson does it, I think, with Tavernier, but I don't think that makes much difference sometimes with Tav, because his defending can be a wee bit, we all know that, it's a bit not too good, but when he goes forward and he takes a free kick like that, and the penalty it buried that lovely. Davis is coming on great, I think.
I'll accept he's no a guy that's going to come through, flying through the air like Niko Katic, and he's not the quickest, Albert, but he seems to make it just a simple and effective, yeah.
He defends well, mate. That's what I want my defenders. Defend well. I'm not interested in the rest. The rest is gravy, mate. The rest is extra icing on the cake. Call it what you want. But you do your job. The job you're paid today is defend. And he defends well. That's all I'm interested in, mate. Because thank Christ somebody does, because at the end of the day we need it, because we're two fullbacks can't defend. But no hell with him. I'm not going to pick him. We won the day, we won 3-0, tricky surface, horrible day, usual. Hammer throws, like a team of hammer throws, and we come through with a victory. Happy.
Aye. Albert summed up nicely, Davey, yeah?
Oh, he could have made a song with that.
Got James to play it.
I don't know about that.
I'll get my guitar and give you a tune.
I don't know about that. Did you get the table plan I sent you, Albert? I shuffled it around like you asked.
Aye, thanks for that. I'm looking forward to that now.
Davey,
what he's talking about, Dave, he's putting James with Tennessee as a centrepiece on my table.
Oh, right.
With his guitar.
Aye, that'd be fabulous.
Davey, where does Tillman come into that team next week?
Aye, yeah, that's a great question. That's very, very good question. That's the joy of where we are at the moment. I mean, you go back not that long ago, it was picking itself. So now there's competition and he's G'd them up. So where he fits, he's got to fit somewhere.
Albert?
Keeps him on his toes, doesn't it? Tillman on his toes. Keeps them on their toes. Cantwell on his toes. I like it, man. Now he has got a selection headache when it comes to that position, which is good. You've got to play well, and he's got them on. He'll be all on. I reckon they'll all be on either playing or on the bench next week, and that new bodes well. That bodes well. Go out and play. If you're not playing well, you're just coming off because there's 5 subs. You're just coming off, and we'll put somebody on who'll play better. So aye, it's good. It's good. I like Tillman, but I like Cantwell as well. I like these players. There's no one of these players I don't like because they've got football brains. I like players that know what they're doing, and these players know what they're doing. I like Raskin, knows what he's doing. Ben Davis, class player. Roof knows what he's doing. Good. Cholak, give him a sniff, you put it away. These are all players that I like. These are the types of players that you pay them to do a job, they come in and they do it very well.
Davey?
Aye, the thing I'm more pleased about is where we are at the moment, because I think we're getting into this cup final where I would say the strongest squad that's available at the moment, and it's a good squad, and it's on the day, but I think we've got a far better chance with that squad where we are and what we had prior, even just came back to at the beginning of his tenure, so I'm very confident actually.
We've got cover and we've got guys coming back, particularly in the midfield and the forwards. But assuming that Jack, Tillman and Lundstrom are going to be fit for next week, Albert.
Aye, well, hope they are. It's another headache. Trouble is where it is, you really need to have a clear plan in your head. I'm talking about the manager now, a clear plan and he said what he's looking for. But again, as I said, he's got the measure of them. He knows what their weaknesses are. He'll pick the team in accordance to what their weaknesses are. Because we can get to them and hurt them, mate. We definitely can. And that's the good thing about it. That's the thing that I'm looking forward to. I don't know about you, but we could sit here and, if they're all fit, discuss teams all day long. Who knows what's in his head? Who knows what's in his head? I think. Yeah?
We'll find out on Monday, yeah?
Aye, mate, aye.
Well, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. The last word to you, Davey.
Always a pleasure to speak to you guys, and I'm confident for next week. And God bless the Glasgow Rangers. Good night.
Albert?
Aye, good to be on, well, Davey. And a great victory today, mate. Bring it on now. Bring it on next week.
Thanks to Albert. Thanks to Davey. Thanks to Fox and Old School Boy for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. Rangers 3, Livingston 0. We'll be back Monday night talking about all things Rangers. Thanks for listening. Take it away, Old School Boy.